Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So today I have for you a Shien's Daredevil deck. This card is really cool, especially because of the artwork. I mean, just look at it, it's amazing. When this card is normal summoned, you can place one Bushido counter on it, maximum 1. This card gains 300 attack while it has a Bushido counter on it. Once per turn, you can target one face-up card on the field that you can place a Bushido counter on. Remove that Bushido counter from this card, then place it on that target. Now, you're never really going to do that. You can technically transfer one of your counters into your Temple of the Six. But most of the time, you'll just keep it on Daredevil so that it stays at a 1900 attack. The way we take advantage of Shien's Daredevil Bushido counter is by running 6 strike Thunder Blast. This card is really cool. You can remove one Bushido counter from your side of the field to activate one of these effects. Target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. Target one card your opponent controls, return that target to the hand. Now, most of the time you're going to be destroying a monster, but the second effect can come in pretty handy if your opponent sets one card and you can bounce it back during the end phase and, you know, try to attack for game. It also helps against things like Sacred Phoenix. Obviously, you don't want to destroy it because it's going to come back and destroy your back row. So sometimes returning it to the hand can be more useful than destroying the card. Same thing goes for something like Bikini. If they have a Machine Angel ritual in the graveyard, you might want to return it to the hand instead of destroying it. I really like this card a lot, so I definitely think running 3 is a must. The other card that we're running for our Bushido counters is Temple of the Six, which each time a 6 samurai monster is normal or special summon, you place one counter on it, and monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack for each Bushido counter on this card. So that can actually come in pretty handy if you can rack up some counters on Temple of the Six. But mainly what we want to do is, you know, pick up a Thunder Blast and just destroy a monster. Or 6 samurai monster lineup, we have 2 Sanji, 2 Hand of the 6 Samurai, and 2 the 6 Samurai Yaichi. Now we have Sanji here because it's the strongest of the level 4 6 samurai monsters at 1800. I like Hand of the 6 Samurai obviously because you can destroy any monster that you have to. And I love having Yaichi in this deck, even though it's very weak. Being able to snipe your opponent's back row can come in pretty handy. If you do use the effect, however, your Yaichi cannot attack. I'm running 3 enemy controllers because you need the protection for your weaker monsters. We have 2 wall disruption, same thing, and I'm running 1 powerful rebirth. This card didn't come up that much. You can replace this for Windstorm or anything else you want. But I like the idea of being able to use something like Hand of the 6 Samurai twice, you know, stuff like that. I'm running Restart. I started testing this deck with the Tie That Binds, and it worked pretty well, but I really wanted to draw into my Thunder Blast consistently, so Restart definitely helped on that matter. Let's go ahead and show you some replays. Let's see, you guys will be seeing this on Wednesday, so I think by then we'll have a new event going on, so hopefully it's going well for you guys. I believe we get a new roaming duelist. I haven't looked at the leaks or anything like that, so I'm not too sure. But anyway, we start with Shien's Daredevil. I have Wall of Disruption. This was before I was running Restart. If I was running Restart, I would have definitely restarted this hand because there's too many monsters, not enough protection. But at 1900, the Magician's Rod is not a big of a threat to us. I summon my Yaichi, and unfortunately, Shien's Daredevil is not technically a 6 samurai monster, so you can use your Yaichi's effect. We see the Dark Magic Curtain, go for the 1000 Knives. That's fine. He makes the mistake of setting a monster and attacking into my Wall of Disruption. I got very lucky that he didn't get a Dark Magic attack. So my Yaichi can now snipe the back row. We see that it's a Birthright. And I'm actually okay with that. He makes a mistake here, or I don't know. I mean, I guess I can't call it a mistake unless he didn't pay attention to my Hand of 6 Samurai. But he activates Magician's Rod's second effect, which is you contribute one spellcaster type monster, add this card to your hand. So he was recycling his Magician's Rod by sending the Legion the Fin Jester, but I have Hand of the Six Samurai, and since my Yaichi can attack this turn anyway, I go ahead and tribute, or I guess he realized that I was going to tribute my Yaichi, destroy the Dark Magician, and then attack with Hand of the Six Samurai for game. Next we got a Yami Yugi. And this hunt looks a lot better because I have Temple of the Six and I have my Yaichi. You know, ideally you want to see your Lightning Strike, but this card, because of the potential to destroy back row, I couldn't get away from it. We see the Econ take. He's got Legion the Fin Jester, so he's gonna search a Dark Magician. But I'm feeling pretty good. I made him spend 2 resources and I didn't have to spend anything. I go for the Snipe once again, and once again he goes for the Econ take, and this is what I'm talking about. He's spent 4 cards and I haven't spent any cards. Yeah, he's getting 2 Dark Magicians to his hand, but other than that he doesn't have anything. So look at the resource battle right now. I have 5 cards, he's got 4 cards. Well, I have 6 with my field spell. He goes for the attack. I flip over Wall of Disruption, uses the enemy controller to switch over my Yaichi so that his monster doesn't get destroyed, but I have 6 strike Thunder Blast, so I can just destroy the monster, hit him with all 3 of my 6 samurais, and win the game that way. I don't know what I call it before. Actually, I just forgot the name again. Is it Lightning Strike? I have such bad short-term memory. I feel like this happens way too often, where I literally just use the card and then I can't remember what the name of it is. I just know it's got something to do with lightning and thunder. Thunder Blast, there we go, not lightning. Lightning Strike sounds better for some reason. But anyway, we have Shien's Daredevil. I still went ahead and activated my Temple of the Six. And this is pretty cool. This is actually Playmaker's Miracle, Neos, and Contact Out deck, but I'm not sure if he's running Contact Out, but he's definitely running you know, the Beginning of Heaven and Earth with Miracle Contact. We see him go for his Neos Knight, and I'm gonna enemy controller the Neos Knight and use my he goes for Econ take, which actually was super clutch for me. It would have been problematic for me to deal with this Neos Knight, but because he went for the Econ take so he could have game, I'm able to use my Thunder Blast and destroy the Swift Gaia. I take 1600, but that's fine. He's down to 1 card, and I just gotta hope. You know, hope that I can finish him up before the last gamble. Unfortunately, I'm not drawing any monster, and his cross border is actually gonna let him add a card. So now he has his last gamble requirement. Rolls a 4, lucky for him, but he doesn't have Miracle Contact, so he's forced to set 2 back row. I attack into the face down. We see Beginning of Heaven and Earth once again, so that can be problematic, but I do have another Thunder Blast and an enemy controller, so I'm feeling okay. There we see the enemy controller. Had I used my Thunder Blast during that turn, I could have, you know, potentially gone for game. But I wanted to keep my Thunder Blast for the Storm Neos that I knew was coming. So as soon as he summons that, I activate Thunder Blast, getting it out of here, even though I now have a Swift Gaia to deal with. And the reason why I didn't stop the attack is because I wanted to keep the enemy controller for the obvious Econ take play, which is what I'm going to do now. I attack first to bait out any face down card, and that works out for me. He activates Impenetrable Attack to protect the Gaia. But I'm just gonna Econ take. He would have been better off protecting his life points, and I'm able to get the win that way. But a very cool deck. We got a Rex Raptor next. And in this duel is when you're gonna see how quickly Bushido counters can add up and how clutch that card can really be, the Temple of the Six. Obviously it'd be better if we had more ways of special summoning the 6 samurais more easily, but it's still a good card. So I start off with that. Obviously he's got the Jurassic World, so I'm gonna be countering that with my counters little by little. Now, very important here, he doesn't attack into my Sanji, which was actually pretty clutch. I got to keep my enemy controller, and now I have Hand of the Six Samurai. That's gonna add another counter to my field spell, and I can destroy the dinosaur. Hit him for 18. And this I thought was pretty cool. I like the idea behind his deck. He uses Shinzen Hu to, you know, pin my back row and pin his back row at the same time, but the reason why he did that is because he thought he had game by pinning the back row. He chains his embodiment of Apophis, summons it in attack mode, and then he goes for Hydrogedon, which normally would have been 1900 with the field spell, and he would have been able to destroy my Sanji, but because of the 2 counters on Temple of the Six, he's at 1700 and he can't do anything else after that. We see another embodiment of Apophis, and now I'm feeling pretty good. Here he's locked down. He can't really, the only dinosaur he can summon is that big dinosaur, you know, to destroy my Sanji, but he can't use any spells. He can't use any more traps. His back row is locked down. So I'm actually just sitting down, building some more counters on my Temple of the Six. I know he's locked down. He's gonna deck out before I do, and all I have to do is wait. He finally realizes what I'm doing, goes for the suicide, and I just win the game the next turn. I like the idea behind his deck, but literally Temple of the Six just saved me during that game. Didn't even have to use Thunder Blast. And we got a Seto Kaiba to end this video. I love using this deck, man. Any kind of deck that plays the way this deck plays, you know, where you're just trying to beat your opponent down with level 4 monsters, I really like. No fancy shenanigans, you're just trying to go for game. And you can't go wrong using Shien's Daredevil. It just has a great artwork. Here I have to set all my back row because obviously he can target one with Shaolin the Prophet, and I'm not going to be able to activate it. He goes for the middle one, which is not a spell, so he doesn't attack. And now I can start sniping his back row a little bit. We see the enemy controller. But I'm still okay because I have Wall of Disruption. As long as he doesn't target that and calls Trap, I'm feeling pretty good. He actually snipes the enemy controller, which worked out for me because, like I said, I have the Wall of Disruption, so I can lower the attack of both of his monsters. He stops his attack with Bacon Saber, but I can still snipe the back row. And I'm doing the same thing I did the other duel. I'm just building up my resources. I have Thunder Blast, so I go ahead and destroy Shaolin the Prophet so he can't lock any more of my back row. And all I'm doing here is sniping the back row. There's no reason to force an attack into a Wall of Disruption or something like that. I just gotta build my hand. But look at this, 7 cards to his 2 cards. He picks up Red Eye's Insight, but I have so many ways to deal with the Red Eyes that, you know, I'm obviously not worried at all. I have Wall of Disruption, I have enemy controller, 2 enemy controllers. So I go ahead and activate the Yaichi's effect so he can summon his Red Eyes. And because Yaichi can't attack anymore, I just tribute that with my Hand of the Six Samurai, destroy the Red Eyes. And he would need 3 Kuribos, he only has 2 cards left, and I win the game. With the big boy Shien's Daredevil. I love that artwork, man. I cannot stress that enough. But that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Something laid back. I'm really having a lot of fun, you know, just trying out different things. I played with the same type of decks for a while, and you know, it's nice to jump around from Dark Magician to Elemental Heroes and now to 6 Samurais back again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't, the link's down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. And until next time.